Another expected round of fire-fueling winds.
Thousands of structures have been damaged or destroyed by this firestorm.
The most destructive fires in California's history.
Hello everybody. This video is definitely not what I was expecting to make going into this week, and I'm sure many of you guys have seen it on social media or on the news, but LA is currently experiencing some very scary and devastating fires at the moment, and I literally feel so horrible for everybody who has lost their homes or businesses or childhood memories. I personally know a handful of people who have lost their homes, and it's so horrible not feeling like you can do anything about it, and I'm sure the firefighters and first responders all feel that same way. The winds were going up to 100 miles per hour, and I mean, at that rate, how do you even contain the fires? It's just so terrifying. But I just wanted to come on here and give an update. I personally live pretty close to one of the fires, and so the very first night there were evacuation warnings that kind of just kept expanding, and there was no containment on the fires. And so my boyfriend and I decided to pack up our personal belongings and drive a little bit further south. And so we're currently staying with some friends, and I'm very, very grateful that they are housing us right now and keeping us safe, but it just didn't really feel right filming the last handful of days. Luckily, there is a higher percentage of containment and the winds have died down, so there's been some forward progress. So I am kind of planning on filming again, but honestly, I feel like across LA there is a feeling of sadness and it just feels very melancholy. So I just was not really in the mood to film, but I did want to give an update to you guys as more of a personal experience versus just the news. Not only did we evacuate because we weren't sure where the fires were spreading, but the air quality is also so bad, and so we're just trying to avoid breathing in that air. I'm currently 30 miles away and we're still getting ash on our car. We're getting really bad air quality here too, and like I said, my personal home is very close to one of the fires, and so I'm not exactly sure when I'm planning on going back to our apartment. We have an air purifier in there. I'm not really sure how much that's holding it together, but at least we have one thing, hopefully doing something positive in my apartment. I've been feeling a bit guilty and a bit helpless about these fires, so I signed up for the Red Cross and am planning on volunteering at different shelters in Los Angeles. And I just wanted to link down below different resources and different places that you could volunteer or donate for the fires that are currently happening. It's been pretty scary. I feel like going through something like this really makes you reevaluate what's important in life. And so I think I'm just going to take it easy for the rest of the day and catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. Hopefully tomorrow there will be a little bit of normalcy. If anything, hopefully it can be entertainment for you guys. And for me, it just kind of takes my mind off of what's been going on. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We are currently on hour 10 of our drive over to Portland. We've been listening to a lot of Huberman podcasts and just chatting. Not really any music. We're sitting in a gas station parking lot and about to make some makeshift dinner and sit in our car.
I'm hungry. I'm quite hungry. And we got to fuel up before the last 6 hours of the drive, so should be a good go.
These are the hours where I'm planning on
Megan's gonna be asleep.
Taking a little nap. Today is our second day in Portland. Yesterday we were still so tired from making the 16-hour drive over to Portland from LA. And so we just kind of took it easy yesterday. We unpacked everything. I felt like we kind of crammed as much as we could inside our car, and it was kind of covering this entire room. But we put everything away. It's a little bit organized now. We don't really know how long we're going to be here for. We're guessing probably around 1 to 2 weeks, just until it gets a little bit safer to live in LA, just between the water quality and the air quality quality and obviously the fires. So we're gonna be here for now and I'm just gonna try to make the most of it here. Obviously I wish it could have been under better circumstances, but yeah, we're gonna try to make it a little bit more positive because I know it's just been pretty emotional and kind of heavy the last weeks. So yeah, this video is gonna be turning into a Portland vlog. To give a little room tour really quickly, I have like PJs and workout gear in that suitcase. Got a bunch of thank you cards for all the really kind people offering to let us stay with them. And we've got some books, all the jewelry. We did bring our computer in the case that we could possibly do work. And then Alec has his little station of vitamins and books. And I just was able to hang up all of our clothes. So it feels pretty organized now. I wish I took a before photo because the before photo was pure chaos. Imagine a ton of tote bags, imagine a ton of suitcases open with clothes everywhere. We even had our laundry bag with us. So it was kind of chaos. But anyways, this is home for the next week or two. All right, you guys, so it is very, very cold in Portland. This morning when I went to go get coffee, I'm pretty sure it was 37 degrees outside, and I was not prepared for this cold of weather. I've spent a lot of my life in California, and I just don't own a lot of clothes that are for wintertime. Oh, but I did want to show you guys, when I went to go get coffee this morning, there was a thrift shop right next to it, and so I thought I would just take a peek, and I found this Aritzia Babaton wool coat, and it's a slouchy wool coat. It's so cute, and you definitely want to size down on this because it is very oversized. So this is a size extra small, and honestly, I feel like I could have gotten an extra small. And I did see on the reviews later on that it is very oversized, but for what I need right now, especially since I can layer a ton underneath this, it's perfect. I only brought one scarf with me, so if you see this a lot in my videos, it's probably because I will be needing it getting around. And I think I'm gonna go to downtown Portland, and I really want to go to Powell's Books, and yeah, maybe meet up with Alec a little bit later on and maybe get some dinner. It is kind of funny, there is a little bit of a culture shock between Portland and LA, and obviously they're two very different cities, but I was just looking up different places that I could go right now. It's about 3 p.m. on a Monday, and I felt like everything that I was searching up was closed. I feel like that doesn't really happen in LA. Most things are open pretty much every single day, so I just thought that was kind of funny. We're heading downtown Portland right now. I really want to find a coffee shop to journal and read my book. I feel like I haven't really taken a breath, just like chilled out for a second and put some thoughts on paper. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Yeah. There's so many different aisles, so many different sections, and I just found it. I have no idea how I got here. It was a completely different entrance, but I just found the coffee table books, and I'm very excited. There's something about coffee table books that make me so happy. I feel like it just really completes a home and makes everything feel so homey and personal, and I found them. This is what I need. I just stopped in a Whole Foods and I got myself a little bit of soup. It really makes me realize how ill-prepared I would be to move to a place with cold weather. I've been to Portland 2 other times, and both of those times, it might have been a little rainy and overcast, but for the most part, the weather was still so beautiful. They say that January, February tend to be the worst months. It's mid-January right now. We're definitely in the thick of it. I got a lentil soup. Sometimes I don't like getting soup at grocery stores because the ingredients tend to be a little sus, but these were actually really good. So I'm just gonna eat this in the car, get warm again. If I lived in Portland, hypothetically, my heater would be going 24/7. I mean, I would have to have it at like a solid 75 degrees inside the house. This is what I'm really excited about. There's nothing like dunking bread into a soup. One thing about Portland is that they're definitely gonna have good food and very quirky stores. So we're gonna go into some quirky stores now. these are so cute. It's a little squirrel and an acorn. We are currently in Vancouver, Washington right now, which apparently is only 10 minutes away from Portland. And we just stopped at a little bottega and coffee shop to get some work done. I swear, the food here is undefeated. I feel like I have not had one bad meal in all of Portland and now all in Vancouver, Washington. It's been tough getting out of bed, but this is where we're going. There's nothing better than having a coffee shop next to your workout class. Every morning after Orange Theory, I've been going to this place called Ovation Coffee and Tea. And they have breakfast biscuits and smoothies, and it's actually really good and very, very affordable. But what's funny about going to Orange Theory in Portland and LA is that in LA, I've been going to Orange Theory for probably 2.5 years now. I haven't really made any friends. You know, people are friendly, but it's like no one really makes that next step. But I haven't really made any gym friends. But you know how people go to the gym, you make your gym friends, you kind of go to the workout classes together, or you'll go to the gym together. Like, I just haven't really made that connection with anybody at Orange Theory in LA. And I go to 2 different locations. But in Portland, people are so friendly and it almost catches me off guard. And I'm embarrassed to say that because I consider myself a very friendly person. Like, if somebody talks to me, I'm obviously going to talk to them back, and I enjoy conversations. But there's something about when I go to Orange Theory here and I'm on the treadmill, I'm like, my head mentally, I'm just ready to work out and leave, and like that's kind of what my routine has been. Every time I stand on the treadmill, people want to talk to me, and like it's so shocking, and I love it. It's almost more encouraging and motivating because like you're kind of in it together, you're fist bumping each other after you do something difficult or challenging. The vibes are very different. You want to know what I feel like is a lost art? Is writing handwritten cards. And I feel like nowadays it's so easy to send somebody a text and say thank you, or really if you're feeling adventurous, you can call them and say thank you. But for the most part, I feel like it's usually a text message, which is totally fine for the majority of the time. But I definitely feel like writing cards adds another level of sentimental value. It just feels a lot more thoughtful versus just sending somebody a text. So I've tried making it a habit this past year to always have stationery on me. Obviously, Papyrus is always a really great brand, but honestly, no matter what brand of the card, no matter what quality it is, I feel like whenever anybody gets it in the mail, it really brightens their day. So I'm gonna go to a coffee shop or just find somewhere where I can sit down and start writing these. I'm just gonna pack these cards in my tote bag. I did this last year, but I bought these little Valentine's Day cards. I just wrote little messages to the people that I love and who I'm grateful for, and they weren't expecting it. They were very appreciative and everybody loved it, and it made me happy. So I'm gonna try to continue on the tradition, and this is what I'm gonna work on today. So we just got to Northwest Portland, and I kind of want to say that Northwest Portland is one of my favorite areas in the city. Even though it feels very residential, there's still so much to do. There's so many bakeries and coffee shops and bars and restaurants. And so I feel like it's a little area that kind of has it all. Yeah, I'm excited to walk around a little bit more, get a better feel for what it's like. I've only been here once before. So we're gonna go try to secure a coffee shop and write a little thank you card. I just got some C's candy. And why is it that elderly people just like have a way about them that just melt your heart? Because I was at the C's candy and I saw this elderly man. He was behind the counter by himself, and I was like, I have to go in. I have to buy chocolate from him. He must have known what he was doing because he got me to buy more chocolates than I went in for. I went in just for one, and he was literally the sweetest person on the planet, and I have no regrets for buying the chocolate. So these are all the chocolates that he ended up convincing me to buy. No regrets though, 10 out of 10. But I was just walking up and down 23rd Street, and in Northwest Portland, 23rd Street tends to be the place where there are a lot of brand name stores that you and I both know. There's Lush, Aesop, Restoration Hardware, all the brand name running shoes and stuff like that. That's pretty known. It seems to me that 21st Street is where all the bars and restaurants are, and then 23rd are all the stores. It feels a little bit more lively on 23rd Street than on on 21st. But a super cute area, and if you guys are ever in Portland, I definitely would recommend coming here. But I think I'm gonna head home now. I'm gonna eat my chocolates. I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I know this wasn't exactly what I intended it for it to be for week 2 of the 75 hard challenge and like everything going into the new year. It was the complete opposite of that. It was unexpected, and there's only so much you could do about it. But we're doing the best we can with the given circumstances. So stay tuned for next week. I'm not even sure where I'll be, so we're taking it one day at a time.